Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much to my subscribers. Welcome newcomers. I hope you like what you see, and if so, be part of this journey with us. We are one growing YouTube family. Thank you so much. If you also like the video, please give a thumbs up. It helps to circulate the video worldwide and people get to recognize our video, our group, our family. Thank you so much. I also would like to mention to you that I do have a crochet private group on Facebook. If you do have a profile, then you're more than welcome to join. You have to have a profile because there's a lot of scammers going around into the crochet groups, and I'm removing myself from them and keeping just one or two that I'm comfortable with. Besides that, I'm taking myself off the other ones. There's too much scamming going on. Be careful with the links that says bit on it. Those are fraud scammers that go through your phone if you're using your phone or your computer. You have to be extremely careful. I also have a crochet page. You can follow me through there. It's the same name, Crochet Art Tutorials by Maggie Lopez. And I also like to mention up top, there's 3 little buttons. You can slow down the video to the speed you would like. Right next to it, there's the closed caption. Everything I will say will be written down here. You can pause the video, take notes, and, makes it much easier on everybody. If you have a tight stitch, use a hook bigger, one size bigger. If your stitch is too loose, use a hook one size smaller. It helps to create these beautiful patterns. I hope I'm not forgetting anything. Also, I have the PayPal account below in my description box for donations for the women in need of yarn and thread. They're desperately in need. I would appreciate if you guys can help me to get these threads and yarns to these women by donating whatever you feel like. It doesn't have to be millions. Anything counts. Below my video also there's a dollar sign, I think with a little bag or something. That's out of YouTube. These are for the people to help the designers, creators with donations. If anybody is pretending to give me anything, to donate anything for myself by clicking underneath my video where the dollar sign is, I intend to take whatever donations I get for myself and put it towards the women in need. This is my attention to do. I am committed to help these women out, so please help me to help them. Thank you so much. I think I pretty much covered everything. I hope I didn't forget anything. Okay, so let's get started, everyone. Okay, everyone, so today we're going to create this beautiful doily, which is perfect for any space in your home, for a table, for a counter, for your living room, your dining room, your hallways. It doesn't matter. You can go bigger on this by adding, increasing more on here and not stopping where I stopped, okay? Now, this pattern, I decided to create it because I know you guys always demand a lot of doilies. And I do have quite a few over the years, of course, because it's been many, many years I've been crocheting. So I have created many of them. So I created this one. The tutorial's already done. Now, to my luck, I started creating it and forgot to press the record on as I was going along, and then realized when I looked at the camera, I realized I was not recording. So halfway from the beginning to row 13 was not recorded. So I'm just going to do until row 13 and then added the rest that I did record into the app of editing. How crazy is that, right? So this doily I created many, many years ago. So what did I inspire myself? I inspired myself for myself. Why? I'll tell you why. I've changed up the model of the doily. This is the original, which is very old already. Now it's different. I had made it different back then. These were like flowers that I made here, and of course, as you see, there's no lining coming through. You can create the doily itself with number 10, which is perfect. For a bigger size, like that one, you can do Aunt Lydia number 3, cotton thread, 100%. And I had added these little flowers to it. And this is like, oh my God, this is at least a good 10 years old, if not longer. So I've been going through some of the old patterns that I had, and I said, I think that they would like this because it's different. So I've changed up that, and what that I decided to, if you look well, it gives you that, let me find something that doesn't have a flower. So it gives you that little effect like a vase, jar vase into the flowers, right? So this is the inspiration from myself, okay? And so I decided to add the vase, create the vase sort of thing, as you can see here. It almost looks like bowling pins, right? The bowling alley pins, but it's supposed to be a vase inspiration, right? Okay, so I've changed up the game a bit. I hope you're going to enjoy this tutorial. Please don't forget to give a thumbs up on the video if you like it, because it does help the video. And please, many of you from India, Bangladesh, Thailand, Ethiopia, I can't remember all the countries, but anyway, there's quite a few of you that are creating my patterns. I know that for a fact because I do have a program that YouTube gives it to me to check which countries people are creating most of my patterns. Now, a lot of yous are creating, 62% of yous or 69% of yous are creating my patterns, and you guys are not subscribed. Please hit that subscription button. It is free. You don't pay for anything. All you do is just click subscribe. That's it. Just one click. It helps the channel. It also helps to grow. It also helps YouTube to circulate the video quite often, to be recognized by other crocheteurs. So please do subscribe. It's free of charge. You're not paying for anything. I'm not charging you anything. YouTube doesn't charge you anything, and it helps the channel. So I would appreciate if you did. Okay, so we're going to get started. I'm just going to use this thread for now. That's a 5-ply. So you, like I said, if you want to make it big like that, use Aunt Lydia number 3. If not, you want to make a small doily, and you can make 3 small doilies the same size and attach them together, and it becomes a table runner. You can use Aunt Lydia number 10, which is perfect for that type of small doily. I'm just going to use this 4-ply just to create the beginning of the rows, because then I'm taking it down. I don't need to have, more doilies. Okay, so we're going to get started, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. So the first thing you want to do is that slip stitch knot. If you can't, still do the slip stitch knot, which is very simple. It's almost like tying a shoelace, okay? So chain 2 or 3 for some of you. If your stitch is extremely tight, then do chain 3. If when I call out to do chain 1, chain 2, or chain 3, and your stitch is too tight, then do an extra chain. If, again, it's extremely tight, use a hook higher than your regular hook so your stitches can be loosened up and it doesn't pull through so much on the pattern. So inside of this magic circle, we're going to do 16 double crochet. Okay, so row 1. So I've done my 16 double crochet. See if I can get you a little bit more closer instead of going crazy with the app, because sometimes this app is crazy. So go to your next double crochet and do a single, 2 chain, or 3 for some of you. Okay, so in the same space, I'm going to do 2 more double crochets and incomplete, sorry. So incomplete, so you close it out at once. Chain 2, skip a space, going to the next one, double crochet, in the same space, double crochet, and again, double crochet, and you have 4 on the hook, take it out at once. Okay, we're going to repeat this by skipping 1 chain, and 3 incomplete double crochet and 2 chain space in between them. You're supposed to have 8 groups of 3 double crochet, and then we close it on the chain where we've closed up over here with a slip stitch. I'll meet you there. So this is row 2. Okay, so even as you can see, it tended to curve a bit because I would have needed to do 1 more chain, but because my next row, once I do the next row, it's going to be straightened out because I'll add more chain to it. So we're coming into the space here, And we're going to do single, 2 chain, 2 double crochet, 3 double crochet, 4 double crochet. Let me just check here. So 4 double crochet. Then I'm going to do chain 2. For some of you, if you're too loose, then do only chain 1. If you're too tight, then do chain 3. Okay, so row 3 is 4 double crochets, space, chain 2 or 3 for some of you, or just 1 for some of you. Just like that, and I'll meet you at the end. So going into row 4, I'm going to do the walk, not the walk, sorry. I'm going to say the walk. We're not doing the walk. We're going up. Chain 2 for me, chain 3 for some of you. So we're going to add 1 more. We're increasing a double crochet on the same space. Next space. Next space. Let me just check what I did here. Okay, let's go back to the one before. Okay, so this row is going to be 2 double crochets per space. So you're going to have your total of your 8 double crochet. So 2 per space, total of 8 double crochet. And row 5 will be exactly the same thing as we're doing now. We're going to have 8 double crochets also, 2, 1 per space, okay? So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, chain 2. The chains always stays the same. So 2 double crochets in the same space. Now, because I've used a 5-ply, of course, you know, every country, their numbers are different, the thickness is different. Even here, a 5-ply, I could have different brands and they're different thickness or thinness. So I used a 5.5 on that thread, and these are 100% cotton thread. If you're using Aunt Lydia, you can use 4.5 or 4 point, depending upon your tension. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, so we finished doing 2 in the same space, 1, 2, 3, row 4. We're going into row 5. Row 5 is only 1 double crochet per space. So we're going to have a total of 8, just the same. Make sure you get those double crochets in, because sometimes when you are doing the first one, it's kind of tricky. It seems like it's hidden. It's trying to sneak on us, you know, so we can have a hard time after trying to figure this out. Okay, so very simple. 8 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 chain, and continue to do the same thing. 1 double crochet per space. Okay, I'll meet you at the end. Okay, going into row 6, we're starting to do the increase again. 2 chain for me, could be 3 for some of you. So I'm going to add 1 more in the same space. I'm increasing a double crochet in the same space. So this row, we're going to have 10 double crochets. Let me just check here again. Yes, 10 double crochets. Okay, row 6. And row 7 will be 10 double crochets also, 1 per space. So nothing changes on row 7 either. So at the end, we're going to add 1 more also double crochet. So we added 1 at the beginning. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Chain 2, And again, 2 double crochets at the beginning, increase, 1 per space, and 2 at the end. Good heavens. Okay, so I'll meet you in row 7. Okay, make sure you have your 8 groups, okay, or else pattern's not going to be good. Again, chain 2 on the next space. This row will also be 10 double crochets. Next space, double crochet, next space, double crochet, next space, double crochet. I send lots of love to every single one of you. You guys are amazing. Okay, so 10 double crochet, chain 2, and proceed the same way again. 1 per space, I'll meet you in row 8. Okay, everyone, so we're going into row 8. Now, row 8, we're going to start to decrease. So we're coming over to the next double crochet with a single. So we're skipping the first one. On this row, we'll have 9 double crochets. So single, 2 chain, 3 for some of you. And continue to do 1 per space. So we're decreasing. We're going to have 9 double crochets. Okay, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, chain 2. Okay, so now after doing your 9 double crochets, we're going to do chain 1. I'm going to come in here and do 3 double crochets incomplete. We're starting to form our pattern here, the design. Okay, so now you close it all together. Chain 1 again. Skip the first one into the second one and continue to do your 9 double crochets. Two, four, six, hold on. 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh, I had forgotten. No, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So I must have forgot. I'm just going to add another one here because I'm supposed to have 9 double crochets. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. This is okay. So I must have missed something somewhere down here. Nothing we can't fix, right? 2, 4, 6. Ha. So I missed it here. I forgot to add one at the end. Okay, no problem. So I added it here. You're supposed to have 9. So 1 chain and then come and do your incomplete double crochet. Close it at once, 1 chain again, and go into the second double crochet and create your 9. Make sure you have your 9, people, because I mean it's common sometimes we can forget something behind. I mean I just did, right? Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so we're going into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, row 9. So we're going to skip the first double crochet, single, 2 chain, and continue to do double crochets. Now on this row we're going to have 8 double crochets. That's the only difference here. So we're going to decrease on here, but we're going to increase on the little incomplete groups. Okay, so 2, 4, 6, 8, chain 2, and from here on it will continue to be chain 2, none unless your stitch is extremely loose, then you do a chain 1 only. Okay, so now 2 chain space, and we're going to increase here another incomplete group, chain 2 again, skip the first one and into the second double crochet and create our 8 double crochets. Very simple. So 2, 4, 6, 8 again, chain 2 into the space in between the group of 3 incomplete, and from here on these will always be incompletes until the end. Chain 2 for space and incomplete 3 double crochets, chain 2 again, and we continue on. Okay everyone, so we finished row 9 going into row 10. So I close in with a slip stitch. I'm coming in my second double crochet, creating my double crochet again, single, 2 chain. Now this row we're going to have 7 double crochets. We're decreasing on here, but we're increasing on the groups of incomplete, the 3 incomplete double crochets. 2, 4, 6, 7, chain 2, and again create your 3 incomplete double crochets, 2 chain separation for space, and again 3 incomplete double crochets, 2 chain, and again 2 chain, skip the first one, go into the second one and create your 7 double crochets. Okay, so we're decreasing on here and we're increasing on here. I'll meet you in row 11. Okay everyone, so we finished row 10 going into row 11. We are going to skip the first one, doing chain a single and chain 2, double crochet, double crochet, double crochet, and double crochet. So on row 11 we're only going to have 5 double crochets. We're skipping the first and we're skipping the last. Chain 2, whoops, I have to get more thread. So we're going to end up with 5 double crochets, 2 chains stays the same, and we continue to do our groups. Now I had run out of thread, so I had to tie a piece of thread here for now and do your incomplete 3 double crochets. Close it in, chain 2, and again into the next space, incomplete, chain 2. Don't you just love that when you're working on something, either the thread has knots or you run out of thread? Chain 2. So now you're going to have 4 groups of incomplete 3 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 chains, skip the first one, go into your second, and you're going to skip the last one too. So you're going to have 5 double crochets total. The next row is exactly the same thing. We're going to skip the first one and the last one, and we're going to have only 3 double crochets on the top. Okay, so on the next row we're going to skip the first one, and the last one we're going to have only 3 double crochets. I'll meet you on the next row. Okay, you guys, going into row 12. So again, single, 2 chain, and we're going to have 3 double crochets here. Just want to confirm it's row 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes. Chain 2. And again, we are going to create our incomplete double crochet. So this row will be repeatedly the same way. We'll have an increase here on the groups and 3 double crochets at the edge of our motif. 3 double crochets. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to skip the first and skip the last and do the 3 here and continue to do the groups. I'll meet you on row 13. Okay, everyone, finished row 12, going into row 13. Now this is the last increase. So this row will be this one-time increase, and then the next row 14 and so on will be the decrease. Okay, so we are going to, I'm gonna call it we're going to do the walk. I call it the walk into the center here and do the the incomplete double crochets. Okay, 2 chains, so that stays the same. We're doing the last increase on this row. So we have 6 groups of 3 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now in this space here we're going to do chain 3 and come into the next space and create the incompletes again. And continue on again with the incomplete groups. Okay, so where we have the motif will be just 3 chain. Okay, now row 14, this is where it picks up on the other video, the actual pattern. That's why you will see a different color now. I'll be working with the white, so I'm just going to add this to the beginning of the other videos that I had already created. Okay, so continue to follow the tutorial. Okay, everyone, going into row 15, I believe. Let's just confirm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Nope, row 14, sorry. So going into row 14, so I close in with the slip stitch. I'm coming into the center, as we've been doing, my 2 chains, and I'm going to do my 3 incomplete double crochet. Now it's starting to get a little bit, as you can see here, it's starting to fold a bit. That means I need to give 1 more chain instead of 2, and you play with your pattern as you think is right for you. I mean, even from the start, you know, if it's getting too tight, because some of you, I know, have extremely tight stitch. Let me just fix my camera here a bit. I think it's a little bit too low. Okay, so you always give an extra chain if you find it's too tight. Okay, so I have chain 2, chain 3, because then it's going to start to pull too much. We don't want that either, right? So we continue to do the incomplete, and then chain 3 for me. For some of you, it depends on your tension, because I notice it's starting to fold a bit. So when it starts to fold on any pattern that you're creating, then you know you need to give an extra chain on there. Okay, so I'll meet you at the space here where we have the double crochets. So now we've entered the space here of the double crochets, and we're going to do 5 double crochets inside of this space here. Okay, 3, 4, and 5. So 5 normal double crochets, chain 3 again, and continue to do our incomplete double crochet and take it all at once. We're going to do that on every motif here where we have the space, 5 double crochets. Okay, everyone, going into row 15 this time, right? So as you can see, by giving the 3 chain, automatically it just falls right back into place. It doesn't fold anymore. It's just perfect. I know it's kind of small on camera here, but it was pleating before. If you can remember, it was pleating a bit like this. So now it's just all nice and comfortable and straight. Okay, so again, we're going to do the walk, as I call it, over to the next space. So going through your spaces here, and I'm going to do a single again, chain 2, and create our incomplete double crochets again. 3 chain and incomplete 3 double crochets. Okay, and then I'll meet you again where we have the 5 double crochets there. Okay, I know I've said I'd meet you guys at the 5 double crochet, but of course I have to meet you before. We are going to decrease now on the incomplete 3 double crochets. So we're not working in this blockage here. Okay, we're skipping that blockage, and we're also going to be skipping the first blockage here. We'll get to that when we get to that. So we're going to do chain 3. If we need to do a chain 4, then we'll do a chain 4. We're going to come inside of the first double crochet, and we're going to do 2 together. Okay, so we're going to have a total of 10 double crochets now, 2 per space. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, and 2 more at the end, 10. So now we have 10 double crochets, chain 3. For some of you, if you have to, do chain 4. We're skipping the first one here. Remember what I said? We're skipping the one here, and we're skipping the one here. And we're doing 3 incomplete double crochets. So that goes repeatedly the same way all the way around. Okay, everyone, so I finished row 15. Oops, almost knocked down my camera. So I closed in with the slip stitch, and I did my walk, a single, 2 chain, incomplete double crochet, 2 double crochets. So we're repeating the same thing. Now we had 4 here, now we have 3. We're going to continue with 1, 2, and 3. Let's see if it's enough for you. If not, then do 4 chain instead. I'm going to come in and do 1 double crochet on the double crochet, next space double crochet, 1 chain separation, next space double crochet. So the only difference is this 1 chain separation on this row between these double crochets here. Okay, so 1 per space and 1 chain separation. So you're actually having 2, 2, 2, 1 chain separation, and the last 2 double crochets. Remembering to skip the first square and the last square, because we are decreasing here on the of the double crochets incomplete. Oops. Okay. That's what happens when you have thick thread, right? Your hook gets through, pulls some of the threads. No biggie. Okay, so continue on again. You're going to skip this square here, and you're going to skip this one here. So either do your 3 chain or 4 chain, depending if it's pulling or not. For me, the 3 is just fine. Okay, I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, going into row 17. Again, we're going to go into the square and continue to do our incomplete. We're almost there, people. 3 chain. Now you're supposed to have 2 left of the, we're decreasing, remember? So you're going to have 2 incomplete. 1, 2, and 3. I'll see if 3 works for me. If not, then I'll do a 4 chain, whatever works for you. So now we're going to do 1 double crochet per space. Inside of the space here, I'm just going to go right in the loop where we did that 1 chain separation. And again. So this is the only change we have here on this row also. So I've done all my double crochets, and we continue to skip that first square and the last square and go and create our incomplete. I think the cat, I call him Garfield, is around because dogs are going nuts. Okay, so just continue to do that all the way around. Okay, everyone, so we're going to row 18. So we finished the slip stitch on the 17th. And we're doing a single, 2 chain. So this is the last one of the decrease of the 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, and 4 chain this time because I don't want it to be pulling. We're going into the first double crochet with double crochet. And let me see here. So, okay, so 1, 2 chain into the next one. We're going to skip this one here, and we're coming in to the next one and doing your 2 chain again into the next one. We're going to skip this one here and coming into the next one again, and 2 chain again and into the next space. So basically you're skipping the one that we went in on the chain there. So skip that one again, 2 chain, and into the next space again. Skip there and into the last one. 2 chain, okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups of V's, right? Chain 4, 2, 3, and 4, and continue to do your last and decrease of the 3 incomplete double crochet. Okay, and then we're just going to repeat the same thing as you see here. You're going to repeat it on here. So we have the last one here, and that's about it. Now I'll meet you on the next row. Okay, everyone, so pretty much finished row 18, going to row 19, and I'm coming in with the yellow. So we're going to come in the first group here and single and 2 chain. Come back in and do double crochet. 2 chain, come back in and 2 more double crochet. Okay, like that. I'm going to come in where we have the separation here with no chain, and I'm going to do single, coming back into the same space at the next V, and do 2 double crochets. So it's just going to be a repeat like this, 2 chain and 2 more double crochet. Coming to the center here and a single. So you're going to do that all the way to the end. So you're supposed to have 5 of these groups until the end. So you're doing just in the V and 1 single in between the V's. Okay. Okay, everyone. So we have the 5 groups, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we are going to attach it here. So see if your chain 4 is enough. If not, then do chain 5. I'm going to try 4, 2, 3, and 4. If I see it's pulling too much, then I'm going to do a chain 5. So come in and do a single. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4. And come in into your V and do again your groups of 2 double crochet, 2 chain separation, and 2 more double crochet. See how that works for you. If not, then do chain 5 on both sides. Okay, so just to show you, if it looks good here, then it's okay. Sorry about the coughing. I have some audiences in my room, and I guess they enjoy watching me do the crochet and coughing away. Okay, so just do your chain 4 or 5 depending, and do your single inside of the space where we have the thing, and I'll meet you at the end.